Hello, Internet. Mike Bertolini here, and I'm going to play Alone Against the Static. Again, I played this on my channel several years ago, and I promised I'd get back to it soon. That didn't really happen. Alone Against the Static has two protagonists, Alex and Charlie. I played Alex, and now I will play Charlie. Alone Against the Static is a modern Call of Cthulhu solo adventure written by B.W. Holland. Just a few things before I get started. I'm going to read the entries exactly as they appear in the book. Section number, the choices. Pushing rolls is allowed in some instances. I won't always read those unless I decide to push. I will show some images that I think are relevant, so keep an eye out for that. Otherwise, what you see is what you get. If you want more, you should pick up your own copy of Alone Against the Static. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Somewhere in the forgotten wilds, where pine needles carpet the forest floor, something stirs. Wind whips around the black hills to places where bears, rabbits, and birds never visit. The trees of the surrounding forest shiver. Beneath the moist earth, something wakes. Shifting from beneath the soil, it erupts in silence from the ground. Its emergence reverberates. Far off, a wolf howls in mourning for what will soon pass. It pulls itself from the darkness and breathes. It blinks. Buzz. Alex mutters absentmindedly, opening and closing the car's electric window for the 10th time in 2 minutes. You grit your teeth. You only just got back on the road after your truck stop break, and Alex is already fiddled with every button within reach. You'll have to steer the car and navigate using a ridiculously oversized map. Alex gets bored of the window, sighs, and turns to you. Can you just let me hold the map? No, I can do this just fine, you reply. The two of you already missed one turn off this trip because Alex lost track of your route. It's better for you to just take care of everything. It is late afternoon on a rollback road deep within the Black Hills. The sun is high, but the air is cold. Tall pine trees and rolling valleys stretch as far as you can see in every direction. Crisp autumn air drifts in through Alex's open window. Then you hear an electronic buzz for a moment. Suddenly appears again. On and off. On and off. You bite your tongue and keep silent. Alex turns to the radio. You hear a harsh screech of static as they start scanning through different frequencies. This is all pointless. You're way out of signal range. The only song you pick up is a heavily distorted Neil Diamond single. To ask Alex to stop, go to 83. To just ignore the sound, go to 96. Now, in my first actual play, I said that Alex would have liked the relationship to continue, but she had no illusions that it was ending. To that end, Charlie is going to be the toxic one in the relationship. He's going to berate Alex at every opportunity. So, I'm going to 83. 83. Please, reach over and turn the radio off. I can't think with that noise. Alex raises up their hands defensively. Sorry, you mutter, and turn back to the window. You look back to the road in your peripheral vision. You notice Alex shoot an irritated glance your way. The longer this trip lasts, the tenser the atmosphere in the car seems to get. To the next left, you say, and try to smile reassuringly. Alex doesn't answer. You continue deeper into the forest. The little road you're on winds erratically, dipping up and down as it weaves between the hills. The sky gets lost in the branches of pine trees. As the evening shadows lengthen, you feel cold seeping in from outside. Go to 103. 103. Sun gradually sets. The car's headlights cut into the darkness, revealing the road ahead, just a few feet at a time. Finally, they drift over the front of the cabin, reflecting off two windows on either side of a front door, glaring back at you like watchful eyes. You pull up and park. Finally, Alex sighs, stepping out into the gravel driveway. You haul yourself out of the seat, stretch your back, and walk around the trunk to get your bags. It's cold here. Cold night air seizes around you like a vice. You weren't expecting it to be this chilly. Are you hungry? Alex asks while you keep from shivering. Make a con roll. If you fail, check or take touched by cold on the log sheet. Say you're hungry, go to 105. Say you aren't, go to 111. Charlie has a 70 in con, and I roll a 35. So I'm not cold. I'm also not going to tell Alex that I'm hungry, so I'm going to 111. 111. Not especially. I'm starved, Alex says and brushes past you. You roll your eyes. Looks like you're having dinner then. You drag the bags to the cabin and lock the door. You stick one hand inside, feel for the light switch, and flick it on. Alex peeks their head inside and nods approvingly. Wow. Super cozy. Go to 327. 327. The cabin isn't very big. Your brother, Mark, who owns the place, really exaggerated how luxurious it was. It's only one main room, with a double bed, a chest of drawers, and a corner set up to serve as a kitchen. There's no microwave. Both the oven and stove use gas. You see two doors, one leading to the rear of the cabin, while another leads to a tiny bathroom. You just know it's going to be freezing in there. On the wall opposite the bed is a TV and VCR unit sitting on top of a cupboard. The whole cabin is lit by muted yellow bulbs. It's not dark, but it's not quite bright either. The sight of the bathroom reminds you that you've just spent several hours driving. You excuse yourself and dart inside. While you're washing your hands, you catch sight of yourself in the mirror. There are bags under your eyes. You stop and sigh. A weekend getaway. Is this really going to solve all your and Alex's problems? To feel confident about the weekend, go to 124. To doubt this vacation will fix your relationship, go to 126. Despite his toxicity and the crumbling relationship, Charlie feels confident Alex will ultimately submit and is confident that the relationship will repair. So I'm going to 124. 124. There's no sense in brooding. You came out here for a reason. You love Alex. You want to make this work. You can spend all day guessing how things will end up, but it won't change anything. All you can do is be the kindest and most loving person you can. Whether or not that will be enough is out of your hands. You walk out of the bathroom, smile, and try cracking a joke. Sorry, I've been holding on to that one since we left Pierre. Alex snorts, but you catch the slightest hint of a smirk. Standing in the kitchen, chopping up vegetables. You walk over and do your best to help. But before long, you're both seated at the small dining table eating together. Alex is not saying much. It's difficult to tell what they're thinking. Make a psychology roll to gauge how Alex is feeling. If you succeed the roll, go to 127. If you fail, go to 129. Charlie's psychology skill is 60, and I rolled 15. 127. Alex is confused. It's the only time they ever go quiet. You watch them pick at their food, half-heartedly, probably turning things over in their head just like you are. As much as you want to blurt out questions to talk things through, you force yourself to keep silent. Alex doesn't like that kind of direct conversation. If you start asking questions, you'll probably just annoy them. The best thing you can do is just relax. Focus on doing the things you enjoy as a couple. It will remind them of how good things can be. That's the best way forward. Go to 234. 234. Hey, do you want to watch a movie, you ask? Alex hesitates. The two of you used to fall asleep to movies almost every night when you were first dating. Alex chews the idea over for a moment, then nods. Sure. You take the dishes over to the sink and wash them up while Alex brushes their hair. When you're done, you head over to the TV unit. It's a relatively cheap model from the late 80s, sitting on top of a dusty VCR player. You switch both on and open the cabinet beneath, looking for videos. Mark sure likes scary movies, you say, looking over the titles. 15 different tapes, and you're sure that covers pretty much every major slasher film of the last decade. God, none of these look good. There aren't any comedies? Alex asks in the bathroom. Make a spot hidden roll. If you succeed the roll, go to 131. If you fail the roll, go to 133. I roll 12 out of 62. I succeed. 131. As you're leafing through the tapes, you notice something at the back of the cabinet. You reach inside and pull it out. It's an empty slipcase for a VHS tape. It's flimsy. Someone has scrawled the title on it in black marker pen. The flowers in the stream. Incredulously read the name aloud. What's that? Alex asks, coming out of the bathroom. Empty case. We should have stopped at a video store. I think these are all bootlegs. Alex walks over to you. They're smiling. Maybe they did some soul searching in the bathroom too. Is the tape still in the VCR? They ask. You lean over and press the eject button. There's a whirring of mechanical internals, then the unit spits out tape. Ha ha! Alex says, stepping forward to pull you into a hug. Thank you, Charlie, they say. They rest their head on your shoulders for a second while you stand there, holding the tape, sighing, I love you. Check take the flowers in the stream on the log sheet. To respond lovingly, go to 135. To change the subject, go to 137. And as Charlie is toxic in the relationship, he's going to ignore Alex and change the subject. 137. I'm just going to brush my teeth before the movie, you mutter. You try to act like you didn't just hear what they said. You don't think they buy it. You catch a flash of hurt in their eyes as you shuffle back towards the bathroom with your bag. You don't feel good about it, but you can't bring yourself to lie straight to her face. You crush the feeling of guilt and remorse deep down inside and focus on what you're doing. Once you're changed and ready for bed, you come back out and join Alex. You can hear the VCR humming. Ready to go, you ask? Alex nods. They're trying to look calm, but you can see their eyes are puffy. Lights, camera, action. Check tick broken heart on the log sheet. Go to 145. When the film begins, the screen is black. There is faint music, but no opening credits. Then the screen cuts to blurry footage that was clearly recorded on a handheld camera. Wow, is this one of Mark's home movies, you ask? Alex laughs, then reaches for the remote. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a second. That looks familiar, you say, pointing at the TV. Alex hesitates. On screen, you see a wall of tall forest trees. Leaves and pine needles crunch under the feet of whoever's filming. The camera pans across the landscape, creating a blur of greens and browns. Suddenly, you spot Mark's cabin, standing alone in a little clearing. The all red sedan is parked out front. That's Julie's car, Alex says. This must have been after their wedding. The camera is shaky. Wind rushes against the microphone, causing a brief flurry of horrid scraping from the speakers. There's movement near the red car. A woman, Julie, is taking bags from the trunk. She's smiling. Yeah, Alex said. This must be at least 5-6 years ago. Julie turns the cabin doors open. Mark steps out, walks over and takes one of the bags from her. They smile and exchange unheard words. You sit bolt upright. What the hell? What's wrong? It's only Mark. Yeah? So who's filming? Alex stammers and blinks. On the screen, Mark and Julie go inside and close the door behind them. The camera zooms in toward the window. The pictures are grainy blur of colors. You see movement in the cabin. The camera zooms even closer, and harsh wind picks up and howls through the speakers. The image smashes to a slurry of loud static. White noise blooms out into the room. The sound drills into your skull. You feel like it's going to make your head explode. Make a sanity roll. If you fail, lose 1 sanity and check take unsettled on the log sheet. I roll 72 over 60. I lose 1 point of sanity. To cover your ears, go to 154. To scramble for the dial and turn it down, go to 158. Charlie is covering his ears. 154. You clamp your hands hard over your ears, but somehow the static still seeps in. Alex, next to you, does the same. Their lips are moving, but you can't tell what they're saying. You yell something about the remote, but even your own voice is lost, hidden beneath the TV's digital wailing. Alex pulls one hand down and fiddles with the remote. The screeching continues. Alex snarls, tosses the remote aside, and staggers over to the TV. You watch them go. The TV looks somehow reflected in the windows behind it. Pine trees stand guard in the black hills outside, but they're riddled with static. Riddled with static. Static. You clamp your eyes shut. Alex turns the dial on the TV and kills the noise. The screen goes black. Blaring ring lingers in your ears. What in the hell was that, you ask? Alex catches your breath for a moment, then shrugs. I have no idea. How the hell is it so damn loud? These must be really good speakers. Roll your eyes. Great. At least there's a top TV to watch a creepy peeping Tom video on. Come on, that wasn't a peeping Tom. Alex gestures to the TV cabinet. Why would Mark and Julie have that tape? If Broken Heart is checked on the log sheet, you cannot stay calm. You must go to 160. You get frustrated with Alex, go to 160 to stay calm, go to 174. Broken Heart is checked, so I'm going to 160. You sigh. Whatever. You always know best, right? Alex frowns. What's that supposed to mean? Remember the car ride up? How Alex left you do all the work while they daydreamed and stared out the window? Never mind, you say, and roll over in bed. Can you get the light? You don't want to watch a movie anymore? No, you say, turning it back to Alex. I just want to sleep. Alex sighs. Fine. You feel the bed shift as they stand. I just think that the TV set blares to life again. It bellows static through the cabin. Thunderous scraping and coughing bounces off the walls. You thrash and cover your ears. Alex swears, but you can hardly hear it. The noise builds to a frenetic peak. It's almost unbearable. Then, just as quick as it began, the noise stops. The TV falls silent. All the lights in the cabin go dead. Check, tick, blame game on the log sheet. Go to 193. 193. Alex? You ask the darkness. Yeah? What was that? I think the power's out. You hear scrambling in the darkness as Alex shuffles along the floor, one hand touching the wall. You flick the light switch several times. I thought this place was on solar power. That's what they said. Maybe something is broken. You think there's a backup? No idea. I guess we'll need to go into town tomorrow and call Mark to ask him. Great. You press your fist against your brow. That's just great. Your heart is still racing after that last burst of noise. Take your hands away from your face, but it doesn't get any lighter. It's pitch black in the cabin. You feel anxiety start to build in your chest. If either Broken Heart or Blame Game is checked, ticked on the log sheet, you cannot lean on Alex for support. You must go to 207. Both Broken Heart and Blame Game are checked, so I'm automatically going to 207. 207. You thump your pillow, settle into it, and try to get comfortable so you can sleep. Alex heads back over to the bed, hesitates, then crawls in. Babe, Alex says. What? Are you going to sleep? What else am I supposed to do? Power's out and we're in the middle of the woods. Okay, sorry. The bed frame creaks as Alex rolls over and faces away from you. We should be able to fix the TV tomorrow. I don't care. Let's just get some sleep. Okay. Alex's voice trails off. Neither did you say anything else. Alex doesn't stay awake long. You hear their breathing slow quickly and fade into the gentle rumble of sleep. For you, sleep comes much later. The creaking of pines, the howl of cold wind, and other strange, indescribable sounds echo through the black hills around you. The anxiety in your chest burns as you lie silently in the dark. It's a relief when you finally fall asleep. Check take nyctophobe on the log sheet. Go to 34. 34. When you wake in the morning, you are alone. You stir in the bed and sit up. Babe? There's no answer. The only sound is the wind outside, carrying with it a gentle morning bird song. You get up and cross to the kitchen. There's a note taped to the chunky refrigerator, which is written in familiar handwriting. Sorry again. Just want this weekend to be special. I'm in town to get help fixing power. Back ASAP. Love you. You set the note down. Looks like you have a few hours to yourself. To eat some breakfast, go to 35. To go for a brisk walk, go to 37. Try's gonna eat breakfast. 35. You scrounge up some bacon and eggs. The spit and sputter of cooking fat fills the kitchen. The leaden quiet out here is unsettling. More than once, you make to turn the radio on before remembering that it won't work with the power out. You poke at your eggs idly with a spatula and slowly run your eyes across the room. They land on the dormant television set. Your heartbeat quickens. You frown. It's embarrassing how much that stupid videotape affected you. You roll your eyes and turn off the gas. You eat your hearty breakfast in silence. Once you're done and have washed the dishes, you realize you've got nothing else to do, so you decide to go for a walk. To leave right away, go to 36. Wait a few minutes in case your partner returns, go to 41. Since I decided that Charlie doesn't think highly of Alex, he's going to leave. Outside, the air is fresh. The sun is warm and the sky is mostly clear. You fill your lungs with the scent of moist soil and pine trees. You take a few steps forward and peer down the driveway. It weaves away into the woods. The trees are so thick here that you'd probably have a better chance listening out for cars than looking for them. You turn and head down a walking trail just by the cabin. The earth has been once moved by the hiking shoes of innumerable visiting families. To slowly get excited about this vacation, go to 39. To grow more anxious, go to 40. Charlie's getting excited by everything he sees. Maybe he expects to stumble across someone else. So he goes to 39. 39. The nature surrounding you eats away at the stress layered into your being. You feel yourself truly smile for the first time in weeks. It happens without any effort on your part. It feels good. Close your eyes and turn your face to the sky. The fresh air and sunlight kiss your skin. It's glorious. Off to the left, you hear running water. You open your eyes and look towards the source of the sound. It's coming from just off the trail you've been walking along. To investigate the sound, go to 44. To stick to the trail, go to 49. I already said that Charlie might hope to stumble across someone. Perhaps the toxic product of relationship with Alex is his infidelity. So he's going to investigate. 44. You step off the trail and stride through the forest towards the sound of running water. The ground is uneven, so you steady yourself on the trunks of nearby pines as you go. Walk for a little while until the sound of the water gets louder. You crest a small ridge and discover a bubbling stream just on the other side. The water is rushing downhill fast, headed south. It's clear, fresh. The trickling sound is melodic. If the flowers in the stream is checked on the log sheet, this place reminds you of something. You must go to 48. Take a drink from the stream, go to 45. Sit for a moment, enjoy the serenity, go to 50. The flowers in the stream is checked, so Charlie automatically goes to 48. 48. You flinch. The black marker label on the videotape that played just before the TV blew up jumps to your mind. The flowers in the stream. Looking at the stream, the flowers at its bank, and the leaves drifting down on its current, the memory of screeching static rings in your ears. Lift your eyes from the water and look around you. There's nothing unusual here. Just the trail at your back and the lonely pines all along the length of the water. You are alone. Go to 49. 49. Time to keep walking. You refocus your mind and head determinedly down the trail, farther down the black hills and deeper into the forest. It's a pleasant hike. Sunlight filters through pine branches and casts up dancing shadows all around you in cool morning air. After a half hour or so, you feel nature calling and step behind a tree to pee. You're fumbling with your clothes when you spot something. Ahead, off the trail and nestled in a narrow valley, is a dilapidated wooden shed. To investigate the shed, go to 56. To ignore the shed, go to 79. Charlie is definitely freaked out, so he chooses to ignore the shed. Forget that. You've seen enough horror movies to steer well clear of little abandoned sheds found in the middle of the woods. Continue your hike for half an hour and turn to head back home. Go to 84. 84. You crest the rise that leads back to the cabin. The sun is high in the sky. It's late morning, soon to be afternoon. You sigh. There's no sign of the car, and therefore you're probably still without power or your partner for now. You head inside. Everything is well lit by the late morning glow. You change out of your walking clothes and leave them on the bed and head into the shower. Head into the bathroom to shower. If occupied is check ticked in the log sheet, you remember a minor detail. You go to 86. Otherwise, go to 87. Occupied is not checked. Water cascades into the waiting tub below, filling the room with a constant loud drizzle that is almost like white noise. Pressure is lousy without power to the pump, but gravity does most of the work. Thank God the water heater is gas powered. You wash your face and scrub, clean the pores of your nose. You turn around in the shower to scrub your back. You pause. Just ahead, the door to the bathroom is wide open, but you're certain you closed it. Shut the shower off and step up, grabbing a towel and wrapping it around you. Honey, is that you? You call out, but there's no reply. You stand in the empty cabin. Nothing. You're alone. Make a sanity roll. If you succeed, go to 88. If you fail, go to 89. I roll 14 under 59. I succeed. 88. Even though you're still warm from the shower, you shiver a little. You shove the anxiety down. The door probably swung open on its own. It's like everything in this cabin is a little faulty. Time to get dressed. Go to 91. You stretch, roll your head around a few times to work the tired muscles, then head over to the bed and open your suitcase. You push your lips and consider how you're feeling. To put on jeans and a t-shirt, check tech practical on the log sheet. Or to put on warm, soft track pants and a sweater, check tech comfortable in the log sheet. Choose either option and go to 93. 93. Freshly dressed, you feel renewed. Now, what to do with the afternoon while you wait for your partner to return? Hopefully, they have a solution to the power problem. Make some food, go to 94. Search for flashlights and batteries so you have light for when it gets dark, go to 95. To try and restore the power yourself, go to 368. Charlie decides to check for the flashlight because he has little faith that Alex can actually do anything. 95. You know there was a heavy-duty flashlight in the car, but it's gone now. What do you have here in the cabin? Right now, when the sun goes down, you'll be left in the dark. Make a spy hand roll. If you succeed, go to 97. If you fail, go to 98. I succeed with a 57 under 65. 97. In the cupboard beneath the sink, you find a little plastic container with a mini flashlight in it. You switch it on. It works, but the beam is weak. The batteries are probably dying. You look for spares in the pantry, the bathroom, and the bedside table. Eventually, your gaze settles on the TV cabinet. Cross the cabinet to the television and perch on your knees in front of it. Open the cabinet and scan over the videotapes. Move some of them aside to look deeper into the cabinet. In the dark, right at the back, you find a blister pack of batteries. They must be kept here for the remote control, but they fit the flashlight. Jackpot. Except the battery's out, the beam becomes much stronger. Check tick fully charged on the log sheet. If well-fed is check ticked in the log sheet, you're bored. You must go to 108. To cook some food, go to 94. Well-fed isn't checked. 94. You head to the kitchenette. You're glad the fridge and stove are powered by gas. You cook up a meal, then enjoy it alone at the little dining table. Check tick well fed on the log sheet. If survivalist is check ticked on the log sheet, your stomach growls. You must go to 102. To eat and enjoy the food, go to 106. To pick at the plate unenthusiastically and worry about your situation, go to 107. Survival isn't checked. Charlie isn't worried. He found a flashlight. 106. Delicious. Truly, you're a Michelin level chef. Anyway, fully charged or running on empty or checked, take the log sheet. You're bored. Let's go 108. Look for flashlights and batteries, go 95. Fully charged is checked. You can't think of anything else to do in the cabin, and restlessness is creeping in. For a while, you lie on the sofa and read an old beat up paperback from a shelf in the corner. You think it's pretty good, but a little flowery and overwritten. Not to mention how grating prose written in the second person can be. Make a listen roll. I roll 65 over 60, which is a fail. However, this is one of the few instances of a roll that can be pushed. With a 60 in the skill, I have a better than average chance of success. But if you fail a pushed roll, you run a risk of missing critical detail and suffering consequences. If you succeed the pushed roll, go to 110. If you fail the pushed roll, go to 112. I failed the pushed roll with a 73 over 60. 112. Nature sure is noisy. You can't focus on your book. Suddenly you remember the portable music player you brought. You get up and go digging in your suitcase till you find it, and walk back over to the sofa. You smile, put the headphones over your ears, and recline with your eyes closed, napping to the sweet, sweet sound of alt rock. You sleep for a while. Go to 139. 139. You're on the couch for a long time. You fall in and out of sleep. You try to read a little more, but the book bores you. Eventually you stir and blink the sleep from your eyes. The sun has set. Heal 1 point if you have lost any so far. Check tick well rested on the log sheet. Go to 142. 142. It's dark. Clouds cover the sky and the moon is hidden. You lay on top of the bed for a while, listening to the wind shaking the branches of the pines all around you. Every few minutes, you think you hear your partner arriving back, and every time you're wrong. When you walk around the cabin, you use your flashlight to guide your way. After a few hours, you make yourself a sandwich and eat in the dark. While you chew, there is a knock on the door. A single knock. Suffocating silence follows it. To ignore the knock, go to 183. Answer the door, go to 176. Charlie wants to find other people, but at the same time, he's nervous because he's seen enough horror movies to know that this is a bad idea. So I'm going to randomly roll. Charlie goes to 183. 183. You finish your sandwich and put the plate in the sink. There's no further knock at the door. You were right, it must have just been something tossed at the cabin, brought on by the wind. As the night goes on, it gets colder. Use the flashlight to go back to bed and get under the covers. On the cabinet at the foot of the bed, the television turns on. The power is back. Turn on the light, go to 184. Turn off that awful TV, go to 185. Charlie's turning on a light because he doesn't want to be in the dark. Everything is making him nervous. 184. You reach across the bedside lamp and flick the switch. Nothing. You get out of bed and use the flashlight to find the light switch on the wall. Nothing. You cross the cabin and step into the bathroom. Flick the switch. Nothing. Nothing. Just a TV, tuned to the VCR, displaying slightly illuminated black. To inspect the TV, go to 186. 186. It's quiet. The VCR is purring. The TV is dim. If the quiet in the evening is checked or ticked on the log sheet, you must go to 187. Or if the couple who came to the cabin is checked on the log sheet, go to 196. To play the tape from last night, go to 208. To leave the TV alone, go to 223. Charlie doesn't like the TV, so he's going to go to 223. 223. You turn away from the television set and cross over to the bed. You sit down and try to avoid looking at it. You can hear it humming, ever so softly. To head to sleep, go to 255. To step out onto the porch and look one last time for the return of your partner, go to 224. Charlie just goes to sleep. 255. You crawl under the covers without bothering to get changed. At least here it is warm. You set the flashlight by the side of the bed and switch it off. Then you curl up around your pillow, listening to the sound of the wind outside, and wait to fall asleep. If lockdown is checked or ticked on the log sheet, you must go to 256. To sleep, go to 258. Lockdown isn't checked. 258. You wake. Not sure how long you were asleep, but it's cold. You sit up, and even in the darkness, you can see that the cabin door is wide open. Must not have locked it. You take the flashlight from the bedside table. You swing your legs out of bed and stand up. Turn on the light to guide you to the open door. Flashlight lands on a man standing in the kitchen. He is haggard and breathing heavy, eyes wide. You almost drop your light in shock. What the hell? You gasp, half in anger, half in terror. Man doesn't answer. He screeches at the top of his lungs and lunges at you. Go to 259. 259. The stranger's bigger than you. He is crazed, wild, and violent. He thrashes with empty hands at the air around him as he crosses the room in large, rapid strides, closing the distance. Try and get out of the way, go to 262. To attack him as he approaches, go to 260. Charlie just woke up. He's still slightly delirious, so he chooses to run. 262. You weave sideways and try to slip out of the stranger's reach. Make a dodge roll. If you succeed, go to 263. If you fail, go to 272. If you fail, go to 272. I roll 76 over 30. I failed to dodge. 272. You try to duck out of the way, but one of the stranger's thick, meaty fists catches you in the jaw. You feel your teeth loosen and something at the back of your jaw crack. You tumble sideways. The stranger bellows in celebration. You steady yourself and see him approaching you again, fists flailing. You realize with a start that during the scuffle, the two of you swap positions. You are now between him and the door. There's no way you're staying. You spin around and sprint from the cabin out into the woods. The stranger's howls of fury grow fainter as you vanish into the night. Take 1d4 points of damage. I take 4 points of damage! Ugh. Go to 298. 298. You dash out into the night, running as far and fast as your body can manage. Cold air burns your lungs. The surrounding trees sound alien as they rustle, making you all the more terrified. Every few minutes, you emerge from the trees to a section of dirt road. You keep praying that you'll see your partner's car arriving, but deep in your soul, you know it won't come. After almost an hour of mad flight, you come to a crossroads. You recognize it from your journey up to the cabin, but you're not sure which direction leads to the highway and which leads deeper into the woods. The forest feels inescapable. Make a navigate roll. If you succeed, go to 299. If you fail, go to 320. I roll 320. That's a success. 299. You pick one pathway and follow it. Even after hurrying on for what feels like ages, you can't tell if you made the right call. The flashlight you carry is the only way you can see your surroundings. The only thing you can tell is that the forest is quieter here. Eventually you start to tire. You're also getting seriously cold. Lean against a tree and catch your breath. If well rested is checked or ticked on the log sheet, your previous rest bolsters your strength. You must go to 300. Otherwise, go to 301. Well rested is checked. 300. You're thankful that you took some time to sleep earlier. You're rested enough that you don't feel as though you need to stop for long. You wait for just enough that your legs stop aching and get up and continue on your way. As you walk, you realize that even if you had picked the wrong way, as long as you're headed away from the cabin, it's still good. When the sun rises, you'll be able to reassess and begin to find your way back to civilization. But for now, you just need to put distance between yourself and the chaos you escaped. Go to 302. 302. Pine needles and dirt crunch under your feet as you walk. You make progress, but with every step you feel yourself growing weaker. You need to find somewhere to rest. Maybe some high ground would be good, or should you look for a grotto? Anywhere sheltered would be best, right? Just as you spot a cluster of trees where it looks like you'll be able to rest and stay dry, you hear a faint hiss from behind you. What was it? Static? Was the sound static? Adrenaline surges through your system. To investigate the sound, go to 303. To run like hell, go to 308. Oh, hell no. Charlie's freaked out. He's not going to investigate anything that doesn't look safe. 308. No, no. You don't stop to think. You take off at a sprint and race into the forest. You resist the urge to call out for help because you know that none is coming. Ahead of you, moonlight just barely reveals a jagged pathway littered with sharp rocks and treacherous tree roots. You try your best to avoid them. If running on empty is checked or ticked on the log sheet, your flashlight falters, and you must go to 309. If fully charged is checked or ticked on the log sheet, it remains lit, you must go to 323. Fully charged is checked. 323. Without light to guide your path, you'll almost certainly break your neck running over the uneven ground ahead. You suddenly thank your lucky stars that you stopped to add extra batteries to your flashlight. You dodge between the hazards and leave the sound of static behind you. After a minute or so of mad dashing, you hear nothing but the rustling of forest pines. Just as you're about to stop to catch your breath, you suddenly break through the trees and emerge, blinking, into a large moonlit clearing. Without the pine trees hiding the light, you can see much more clearly here. The clearing you've wandered into isn't very large, but somebody has still set up inside it. You see a small tent next to a dormant fire pit. Maybe you found help. A familiar face or wrong turn is checked, ticked on the log sheet. You recognize this campsite. You must go to 266. If broken heart is checked, ticked on the log sheet, you may choose to find safety without your partner. Go to 366. Otherwise, go to 275. Broken heart is checked, and Charlie is only thinking about himself. 366. Looking at the clearing, the tent, the campfire, the strange constellation of stars in the void above, you know in your gut nothing good will come of this place. It's an instinct, something primal in your heart that you do not understand, but know you must listen to. You turn your back to the clearing and dash faster through the woods. As you flee, you hear the waxing and waning of waves of static fluttering through the woods, as if the dreaded sound was giving chase. You think of your partner, your wounded relationship, and as you run, you realize just how far in the back of your head any concern for them is. This is a moment, the kind you see in films, where the main character is shown what matters to them most in life, and for you, it's not them. So you run. You run for hours. You run until your lungs are raw. You run until the sun crests the horizon and paints the morning in the colors of freshly spilled blood. And then, like bursting forth from the hedge, you emerge from the forest onto the side of the highway. Go to 367. An hour later, and you're sitting in the passenger seat of a truck next to a long-haul driver named Lance. You've been quiet since he picked you up, and even though you keep noticing glancing at you, you say nothing. You sure you don't want anything to eat? You nod. How long was you out there? You shrug. Ain't there nobody who's looking for you? No, you say, unblinking. Nobody's looking for me. You're really all alone? Your eyes are fixated on the highway as it peels back and forth, snaking its way through the black hills. descending, flanked on both sides by tall pines that block the view around each bend, making the future, even seconds from now, impossible to predict. Yes, you tell him. I'm all alone. Although you will never be the same after experiencing the Black Hills, you have survived your encounter with the static and completed the story. The end. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Charlie managed to survive his solo ordeal this time. Maybe in a few years I'll play this again. Be sure to subscribe to be notified about all my uploads and click that like button as it really helps the channel. And if you're interested in getting occasional game updates as well as notification of upcoming games and the chance to join them, be sure to join our Discord at the link in the description. Thanks for watching and have a great day.